Good morning, everybody. Joe Ciaccio here. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Monday morning. Oh boy, howdy. Start off the brand new week. This is what I want to talk about today. Bouncing back. Agents called me and said, Joe, having issues with this here, and this is not going right. The people aren't answering their phone. Had a bad day. I had chargebacks. It's just one of those days, Joe. I just actually want to just jump off a bridge. So let's kind of talk about what we can do to help our inner soul when you're having a hard day. Part of sales is that you're going to have to accept the good, and you got to go and deal with the bad. And the bad can either be people not being home, not answering their phone, getting chargebacks. I need to think about it. I can't afford it. So these are the things we need to prepare ourselves for by setting up like a little kitty on the side. Because what ends up happening, when we have a good week, we want to spend all that money because we feel that since we had a bad week before, we need to make up for the money we didn't spend before. So here's a suggestion on just one item about that. I'm going to recommend everybody to try to put a little bit of money away from their paycheck for those bad weeks. You're going to have a bad week. We got to make sure you have money in that kitty to buy leads, because without leads, more challenging to make sales. The purpose of us going out to work is to make money. So we need to sit and visualize in our mind, I'm going to have a bad week, may even have a bad couple weeks. It doesn't happen that often. Yet you need to always be prepared for the bad times. I have an agent that had gone out years and years ago. I had a gentleman that used to work for me. He made $4,200 in 1 week, $4,200. I said, what are you doing this week, man? I'm going to the beach. Bringing my whole family with me, buying all the extras, the adult beverages, the food, the whole 9 yards. He was gone Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, came home on Sunday, and he spent $3,000. I said, okay, it's your money. I can't tell you what to do. My brain does not think that way. I'd rather save that money for a rainy day, build up, build out, put a little nest egg to get away, and then a nest egg so when you have a hard time. So your mind has got to be set to always try to bounce back, and you got to have a proper attitude. Attitude is what makes or breaks you. Baseball player gets up to bat. If he gets on base 3 times, he's a 300 hitter. He's a professional. He's a stud. He's the best. With us, we got to think about it the same way. If we made 3 sales out of 10 leads, we're closing 30%. We're hitting 300 like a professional baseball player. Yeah, granted, yes, they make a whole lot more than us. Joe, that's not a great analogy. They're professionals. Well, you're a professional at what you do. What you do like a pro. So you need to set your mind like a pro. If a pro does 3 out of 10 hits, every now and then he gets a home run, he gets an RBI, he does a sacrifice fly. It's the same thing in what you do with final expense, mortgage protection, Medicare Advantage. It's a mindset you've got to get your mindset on, is that you're not going to always have a great day or a great week, yet you need to prepare for those there based on your mind. Your mind can make you, it can break you, and I know for a fact, I've been out there before, and it just kills you when you got somebody that you know wants to buy, and for whatever reason you can't close them. You go to somebody's house, and a week later, have an NSF. Go to somebody's house, and for whatever reason, they call you and they say they want to cancel. Got to make sure that you're setting the client up for success when you leave. You got to pat them on the back. You got to let them know that the decision that they made, that you helped them make, was a very good decision. Praise them and tell them you got the best deal in town. Remember, every month on the 3rd, your money comes out. That is going to hopefully prevent some of your chargebacks. When the 3rd falls, the 1st and 3rd falls on a Saturday or Sunday, they get their check on a Monday. Transamerica has the Social Security draft date, so if that Saturday or Sunday is the 1st or the 3rd, instead of most carriers drafting on Monday, they're going to draft on Friday. So on Friday, AMN has it, Royal Neighbors just started it, Transamerica has it, and Prosperity has it. So when you have a carrier that you know is going to draft on Friday when the money comes in, you got to sit and think, should I use another carrier or should I kind of be more safe and use one of those carriers? Well, Joe, their premiums are a little bit higher. Joe, this and that stuff there. Well, here's the deal. When it comes to premiums being higher for somebody, you're the only one that knows that. You're not telling the client, listen, I'm going to put you with this carrier here because they're going to draft the right time. Yeah, it's going to cost you $3 a month more. I just want to let you know, I'm going to hit you for $3, but I got to take care of me. You're not going to do that there. So this is what we got to start doing. When we know it's a little bit more challenging to get in front of people because we have more competition, people aren't answering their phone. There's a couple of things we've got to do to help ourselves make more money. You're having a bad day, you're driving around, you're spending money on gas, you feel at your wit's end, you want to jump off a bridge, you're pulling your hair out of your head. Why don't you park the car and just sit? Take a break for 5 minutes. Get your leads out. I carry my leads in the trunk of the car all the time. Every lead I have is in the trunk of my car. My office is my car. My car is my office. So I'm going to get my car, and let's say today I'm working Temple Terrace, which is the area the office is in, and that's 33617. And I'm doggone, I don't care what bait I'm using, I cannot do anything. Really doing bad. Go to the trunk of my car, pull out another zip code, and I sit in my car and I start calling people. If they don't answer, they don't answer. What I got to do is I got to make sure I've got time management on my side. I got to make sure that I'm going to see somebody that hopefully will be home. And granted, years ago when I started, people had home phones, they had landlines. Today, a lot of people use their cell phones for everything. So when you call them, sometimes you get in their cell phone and you think they're home. But it's a crap shot. What we do is a game of odds. It's statistics. The more people we see, the more opportunity we have to make money. The more people we call that answer, we have a more opportunity to make money. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to sit in the corner of a big old, let's say you sit like a Walmart or Target office complex. You're going to start calling. When somebody answers the phone, instead of saying, hello, this is Joe, you want the information on filing expense, my suggestion when you're having those tough days, because it's so easy for like somebody to sit below you off on the phone. Little lady, 5'2", that weighs 98 pounds, is going to be like a gorilla on the phone, said, I changed my mind and hang up on you. But you're going to take it one step further and be smart. You're going to sit and say, hello, is Jimmy home? There's no Jimmy here. Thank you. Not I appreciate you answered the phone. Great talking to you. Thank you. Whose house you going to? You got a 50-50 shot that she answered her phone and she was at home. When you go to the door, you're not going to sit and say, I called and asked for Jimmy. Hello, Ms. Jones, reached you, sent this card in, want some information. You're going to get a better opportunity to get in front of somebody. You call. Is Jimmy home? Is Jimmy home? I'm sorry, he doesn't live here. He moved. No problem. Thank you very much. Go to the house or home. Now, what ends up happening is that your mind starts wandering. Your mind gets out there and your mind gets soured by chargebacks. I don't want to do this here. So we almost kind of want to erase the bad past. We always want to keep how we closed somebody, how we got into a door, how we overcame objections. So there's a talent you got to learn how to do, is to erase the negativity, yet only keep the positive things that happen to you. So when you go to the door, you got all that bad stuff gone. And you're just thinking about, okay, I sold somebody yesterday a policy for 62 and one for 84. I'm going to try my hardest to do this one here. I'm going to keep my head down. When I swing that bat, I'm going to keep my body into it. I'm not going to pull back. I'm going to keep my head in the game and not be shy. I'm going for it. Okay? You know how when you play baseball and you're up there to bat and you step back when the ball comes because you get a little bit scared? Well, when you step back, you lose your power. When you're golfing, you step back, you lose your power. When you're golfing and playing ball, even throwing a football, whatever you do, you got to step into it to where you get the power of your butt, your hips, everything. Same thing you got to do when you're in front of a client. You gotta put everything into it, guys. You can't sit back out, well, I had a bad day, this happened here. You can't do that. You gotta erase that and think about what you can do to do better. Now, you sit and say, Joe, man, it just hurts me so bad. My sales aren't where they're supposed to be. So let's talk about one thing, and then I'll let you guys get to work. A lot of agents I've visited would say, Joe, I don't like selling high premiums because I get more chargebacks. I get a higher chargeback. Joe, it just kills me to get those big chargebacks. I'd rather sell the small policy because I'm going to have less chargebacks. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Okay? Now, you're going to get anywhere between 10 to 15 to 20% chargebacks. Just factor that in. I've got some agents that tell me they got a 93% placement, an 87% persistency. Not that I don't believe it. People charge back. Okay? Now, hopefully, when you're in a home and you leave the home, you leave them with, they made a great decision, to where hopefully they'll think twice. If you leave a magnet with your company card on the refrigerator and tell them I'm always here for you, no matter what you need, my card is right here, you got my picture on there, my number, call me. If you run into any type of like financial problems, something's going wrong, call me, I'm gonna help you out. Okay? It's much easier to save a case that you've already written and alleviate a chargeback than chasing somebody to try to make a sale with the hope of them buying something big enough to offset that chargeback and to make money for your car payment. Think about this here. If you want, you can write this down. Figure if you have a $40 sale, $40 compared to $60, a way to make additional money. $40 sale, $60 sale. On a $40 sale, that's $480 annualized premium times 6 sales. My thoughts are if you get 20 leads, you have 14 sits, and you make 6 sales. 6 sales out of 20 leads puts you at a 30% closure, puts you in the major league. So 480 times 6, I'm gonna round it, is $2,900. If you do sales at $60, that's $720 per app. 6 sales, that's $4,300. 29 from 43, what's that $1,400 difference by just increasing the premiums? Well, Joe, these people can't afford much. Well, that may be so. I don't know. I'm not with every single person when you're making a call. Yet, if you're scared and you don't have the guts to show higher premiums, you're hurting yourself. Let people see there's higher face amounts, higher premiums. Let them see it. If they can't afford it, that's understandable. But if you show the higher premiums and you keep your last quote, okay, your last one for them to look at 50 bucks, you got a much better chance of making more money. Forget chargebacks. You can't think about chargebacks, okay? Joe, I'm willing to sell here for $42 because that's all they can afford, and I don't think I'm gonna have a chargeback. Guys, I've been in houses before. I've sold something for $20 and they charge back on me for whatever cockamamie story they made on me. I've done sales for $80 and they charge back on me. So my thought process is do this here. Start keeping track of the sales that you make. 40, 28, 62, 81, 107. Keep track of those there. See what chargebacks you have. See how much business that you lose. It's going to be between 10 to 20%. Let me continue. Let's say on the $2,900 week, the $40 sale, you lose 15%. You're going to net $2,450. You're going to lose $432. You're going to net $2,450. On the sale for $60, you lose 15%. That's $650. Yes, a higher chargeback, but you're making more money every single sale. You're at $3,750 compared to $2,450. You're making $1,300 a week more with higher chargebacks. Now, do the math. Even if you keep your premiums from 40 to 50, you're going to be like right there at $3,000 a week. The name of the game is to try something different. I'm asking you, I'm requesting you to step out of that comfort zone and start showing some higher premiums to make up for the people that don't answer the phone, the people that want to think about it. Help yourself to help yourself. The worst they can tell you is, I want that one there. But if they pick the lowest one and it's $50, you're ahead of the game. Do not go into a house and prejudge and say they can't afford much. Everybody's going to tell you they can't afford it. I can't afford it. I can't start it next month. I can't afford it. I don't know why I sent the card in. I'm telling you, they're going to tell you that. If I'm telling you they're going to tell you they can't afford it, I'm going to tell you that today's not a good day. I need to think about it. Your job as a professional baseball player is to understand and figure out why they're saying that. You need to be prepared for people saying that. When a professional baseball player is playing, that pitcher knows what the batter hits well. If the pitcher knows the batter's best shot is to hit one low and inside, the pitcher is going to throw it on the outside. Okay? If the batter knows, which he watched films on what that pitcher primarily throws, he's going to be waiting for that curveball, that slider, that changeup. So both those guys are playing against each other. The pitcher knows the batter and vice versa. Here's the deal with us. You don't know that person you're talking to. You just, hello, how you doing? My name is Joe. You sent this card in. Okay? You don't know them. So what we have to do as professionals is to be prepared for them to sit and tell us, I can't afford it, today's not a good day, my health is bad. Remember, you got to take a step back, okay? And what it's going to do is going to make you feel that they're further away from you in your mind to where you're more relaxed to come back and give them a rebuttal to where you can stay in the game. Remember what I said about a baseball player swinging into the ball? A golfer swinging into the ball? That's what you got to do. When they do it, you got to look that fear in the eye and give it a wink and saying, I'm going for it. I am not going to allow you to stop me. I've got the knowledge, I got the power, I know what to do. So when somebody tells you something, guys, that doesn't mean pack up your bags and leave and complain. What happens now is that even if they don't buy from you, I want you to practice the rebuttals that you know. They're not going to sit and say, okay, Joe, you've already given me 6 rebuttals. I think you've learned enough. It's time for you to go. They're not going to realize that there, guys. Learn their body language. Watch what they're doing. Listen to what they're saying. I want you to listen to what they're saying to where you can come back with something intelligent to say. Don't hear what they're saying because you want to say something. Absorb it. Take a break. Think about it. Because what ends up happening when you take your time, you should make more sales. You show higher premiums. You say, I don't care, Joe, if I get a charge back. I'm showing $20. You figure 20 a month times 12 is $240 a month extra. Do your commission on that there. Whatever commission you have, you're still making more money. Attitude will help you accomplish your bigger goals. Look at them in the eye and say, I hear you, but I'm not going to let what you say affect my train of thought. I'm going to be a bulldozer and I'm going to continue moving forward. I don't care what excuse you give me. I'm going to come back with a polite rebuttal to where you know that I'm here to help you. When you tell people I'm here to help you, it is my job to help you. To help you to where your family is not left in a pinch when something happens to you. We know that's the reason you sent the card in. We need to pick out a program that is small for you. I'm going to give you some ideas, and today we need to pick something out, and I can always come back later and add to it. When you show them the prices, show them one lower than 50. Worst they can say is that, I don't want to think about it. Usually when they want to think about it, when it comes to money, you need to sit and think. Is it something that they don't want to spend, or is it something they cannot afford to spend? No matter what they say or how they come back, take that 50 down to 40. You got to take it down to 35. I'd rather walk out of the house with something. My friend Baby Lou told me a long time ago, part of a pie is better than no pie at all. So I ask you to show higher premiums. If you don't show, they don't see. And if you got to walk out with something smaller, it don't make no big deal. At least you made a sale. Yet you can't always let them bully you from the 50, 60 down to the 35. You'll make money, yet you're not going to make the amount of money that I feel you need and you deserve. Okay, guys, with that said, I appreciate it. Have a good attitude. Think of yourself as a professional ball player. Get into doors. Is Jimmy home? Hit him hard. You got any questions, give me a call. And as always, I appreciate your hard work. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.